Hi, I'm Fabian and I'm a project manager at Proxeus. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to build a complete working prototype with the Proxeus software. Let's go!
The first step is the login. As our own wallet is currently being finalized, we are using MetaMask for the beta. If you are using Chrome and have set up MetaMask, you are ready to proceed. If not, please consult our FAQ first before continuing. If you're ready to go, just click the MetaMask login button and the sign-in message will pop right up. A successful login brings you right to the back end of our application. Now let's create a new workflow. Navigate to the workflows page first. Here you might see sample workflows that we have provided for you. What we want to do is add a new one, so we click the plus button. Pick a good name for it, not like me, and optionally add a description. Confirm this, and your new workflow is ready and appears in the list. If you click it now, you will enter the workflow builder. The start event is already here, but we have nothing to attach to it yet. So we're just going to save and exit. Now our workflow needs a form so that the user can enter data. Navigate to the forms page. Hit the plus button and pick a good name and optionally a description for your new form. Confirm it by hitting this button and you will see your new form right here in the list. Click it to enter the form editor. The big empty area on the left is where your new user form will be created. On the right, you see a list of components that you can use for your form. As this is a drag and drop interface, you can simply pull the components that you want to use into the left area. I'm starting with the headline here, adding a simple text field, multi-line text field, as well as radio buttons. There are also fields with specific validations, such as for a date. If I don't like the order of my form elements, I simply drag and drop them to the right position. If I added something too much and would like to remove it, I simply right-click on this component and delete it. To change how a component looks or behaves, simply click on it. This will open its properties on the right side. Each component has a name that is also used as a variable in the template later. Choose it carefully. The help text may help guide the user through the form. The label is the title of each component that you see on the left side. You can also choose a placeholder for the value of the component. Last, you can say if this component should be required to fill out or not. Check out our handbook for a full description of each component and many useful hints. No, really, read it. Now I'm going to start editing our form. I want to make it about cryptocurrencies. First, in this simple text field, I want the user to state the name. Next, I want to know the favorite cryptocurrencies of this user. Then I would like to know when they bought their first cryptocurrency. Lastly, here I would like to have a list of crypto exchanges and ask the user which one they prefer. So let's start with the title. Here the help text doesn't make a lot of sense because I don't need to give an introduction into this form. So the label will be cryptos. Remember here I would like to hear the name of the user. Keep it simple. Help text is not needed here, hopefully. The label is name as well. See how it changes on the left immediately. I'm also going to remove the placeholder here, and that's it for this element. Next up is the multi-line text. Here we want the user to list one to many cryptocurrencies that they like. So we're going to call it favorite cryptos. Remove the help text here as well. And the label should be, what are your favorite cryptocurrencies? We're also going to remove the placeholder here. And maybe if the user doesn't want to state it, we should make it not required. Now the date, remember, should ask the user when they bought their first cryptocurrency. I'm going to call this first crypto, remove the placeholder here as well. Maybe use some help text here. And adjust the label as well. Now, for the validation, make sure to remove the time here, as we only want the user to tell us the date. The last thing is the radio buttons. Remember the favorite exchange. So we're going to label it accordingly. No help text here either. And ask the question here in the label. What's your favorite crypto exchange? Now, the label and the value here can be the same or different as you like it. I'm going to use Kraken and Coinbase, two very well-known exchanges. First, show how the label and value can be different by labeling it here with Swiss Crypto Exchange. And as a value, we want just the abbreviation SCX. Now that's it already with our form. Let's not forget to save it. Now that we have created a form that collects data from the user, we want to insert these data into a document. For that, we have to create a template. Navigate to the templates first, click the plus button, and enter a name and optionally a description for your new template. Confirm button, and you will see the entry right away. Click it to get into the editing mode. Now this is where we are supposed to upload our LibreOffice template. We don't have that yet, so we switch into the LibreOffice Writer. I have prepared a little template so you don't have to watch me type and format stuff. This is a certificate that everybody gets who goes through my crypto workflow. Here where I wrote name, we want to replace it with the name of the user. Here we want to state the date when the user bought their first cryptocurrency, and here the list of favorite cryptos, as well as you remember the last input, the radio buttons, the favorite exchange should come here. I can put into this template whatever I want, add some pictures, format it, and when I'm ready, I save it and I upload it in the Proxeus tool.
So after preparing our template in LibreOffice, we're back in the Proxeus tool and navigated to templates. Now I can add my LibreOffice template by clicking into this field, navigating to the template and selecting it. It's now being uploaded and appears in this preview here. What you will also see is that the template assistant started up, if you have managed to install the extension correctly. The template assistance is a very helpful tool. Make sure you have it installed. You can find the download right on this page up here. On the left side, right over here, we will find the user form that we designed just a few minutes ago. Click to open it. This is the form that we designed. You will notice that next to each component, we now see a variable displayed. As I mentioned earlier, the name of the component is later used as the variable name. So what we want to do next is to put these variables into our template and replace the highlighted words. To do that, we will first minimize the preview side here by clicking this button up here. Now it's best to put LibreOffice and the Proxeus tool side by side. So I will do just that. Thanks to the template assistance, I can simply drag and drop my variables into the template. But first, I will want to remove my placeholders. So the name goes here, my first variable. I drag and drop it over here, and you will see the variable has been inserted into the template. I simply repeat this process for the next few variables. The date goes here. Favorite cryptocurrencies go here. That was this variable. And then in here goes the favorite exchange right here. That's it already. So I'm going to save the changes to my template. Now I can go full screen in the Proxeus tool again, restore the preview, and you will notice that it has changed already. So next, I'm going to fill in some test values into my form. Preview reacts immediately and puts the value that I inserted in here. For my favorite cryptocurrency, let's write the Proxeus token here, and my first crypto bought, well, I sure wish that was a couple of years earlier than I actually did, so let's use 2013 here. And Kraken is already set as the default value. So now we have successfully tested the form as well as the template. So we're done here. Don't forget to upload the template here so that everything is saved. Now that our template and our form are ready, all that's left is to finalize the workflow. So we navigate to workflows, enter the workflow builder, and we see here this empty area with the start event. Now up here, this opens the list of elements that we can use. The first is the template. Just going to drag it in here, and then the user form that we prepared. Now I simply connect them by using these circles, and that's it. That's our simple first workflow. Don't forget to save, and that's it. Now it's time to test our workflow in the front end, where the users will see it. In the bottom left corner, click the front end button. Now here in the documents area, click the plus button and select the workflow you want to use. I'm just going to quickly fill it out the way I did it when testing. Once the form is filled out, I can proceed by hitting the button down here. Now on the right side, I can see a preview of my document. If I still want to change something, I can go back with this button down here. Or if I'm happy with the result, I can submit the document and generate the final version of it. This will also register it with the Ethereum blockchain and make it a verifiable document. After hitting the submit button, you might see something like this. MetaMask usually pops up automatically, but if it doesn't, you have to go to its icon and click it. We'll then see that it wants me to confirm the transaction. I'm going to be generous with the gas price here to get it done quickly. Now I have to wait until the transaction is mined. With the gas that I used, this should go fairly quickly. After a while, a second transaction pops up that I need to confirm as well. Once I have done that, I can see the final document. I can view it and download it. That's it. I have created a certified document with my workflow. So now, of course, we want to verify the document that we just created. So navigate to the according page and drag and drop our newly created document over here. And it immediately checks out as a valid document. Nice! You have now created a workflow that generates a document and registers it with the Ethereum blockchain. It has probably taken you less than an hour, even if you played around a bit. And this is exactly what Proxeus wants to achieve. We want to empower users to simply and quickly build apps that interact with the blockchain. Thanks for watching.